The Asaase, the statement that Asaase issued is saying that we didn't buy the property from the state.
But nobody has said that.
But I mean, you sought to give the impression by mentioning Asaase and Ochre and all of that as part of state capture. You see,
I'm saying that where they are, their land is part of the state capture.
Yes, but
it's a state land.
Yes, but they didn't buy it from the states.
Yeah, I put out all those details. Remember last
so
week
you cannot use them as an example of state capture.
This expose was that, look, these lands that have been listed by the Judicial Service of Ghana, that's where Asaase Radio is.
Sammy, anybody.
And it's also not true what the lands minister said, that is President Mahama who sold the lands.
If that is not your objective, then you have to be careful, because anybody listening to you will come away with the impression that Asaase has used his whatever position Ochre and his people have to take state land.
No,
anybody listening to you. And indeed, first when you started this thing last week, that's what I also thought.
That's the impression he
That's the impression you give.
But
because now,
I made it clear
one second, because you've even gone into Lily Homes and found out but the original person who bought the land.
No, I talked about it. Mr. Banahini.
So if Asaase, the company, bought the land from a private person,
they're renting. Asaase claim they're actually renting.
Even if they bought the land from a private person, why do you use? And you said the land was sold in 2006.
Yeah.
And they bought it from this person who bought the land in 2006.
But there's a current court case where the Judicial Service
I'm coming to that.
Trying to reclaim all those lands.
You see, the impression that Asaase has used some connection with the state to capture state land is false.
So Asaase said that the land legal standing, Lily Homes Limited, obtained the property through a legitimate assignment of interest from Mr. Banahini with the Lands Commission consent dated 15th of July 2020, and has held the property lawfully and without any legal
so clearly, the impression
I put out all of this.
The impression that Asaase, Ochre and his people have used their connections to take state land is not true.
Okay.
And if anybody comes away with that impression, that is what Asaase sought to clarify. They bought it from a private individual who had bought the land in 2006.
Okay.
Now, the thing is this. So Asaase really has not been engaged in a state capture. But the thing is this. Today we are being told that all that land, all that area were part of the land for the Judicial Service.
Yeah.
And so they've gone to court to try and get their land back.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say those sales were unconstitutional.
No, but you know, a small thing. I mean, it's small, but I'm saying this land, particularly this one that you are highlighting on number 7, was sold in 2006. Why has the Judicial Service waited until now?
You know, sometimes they don't know. They don't even know that it's been sold. Their judges will be invested.
They don't know the legal standing of the land.
No. You say your land that belongs to you is being sold, and you don't know about it.
Yes. It's happening all over the place.
And you see, in the same Judicial Service, they provide us that when you sit on your rights for a certain time, you lose those rights. So, for me, it is curious. I'm not blaming them. It's just curious to me that since 2006, you saw somebody putting up a building on your land. And you know, the building you can't hide.
And you watch.
And you've waited from 2006. When was this rate issued? From 2006
27 February
to 2024. You are now going to court to vindicate your rights. I don't know how appropriate it is. But be that as it may, they've listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 properties. Samuel Kujato has highlighted on number 7 because of Asaase. But I've shown you clearly that Asaase has not engaged in any purchase of land from the state. They bought it from a private individual. But you see, the other question is, the other properties, who are in them? Because Asaase, in their response, has said that the property next to them was given by President Mahama to some people. And they've named the former electoral commissioner as the person who's staying in the next property.
Yeah.
So, and it was sold to her by President Mahama, given to her by President Mahama, and she's built a house and she's living there. So, it buttresses the point that all of this...
I didn't see the former Electoral Commission in that statement. I don't know where you're
That's
getting this
statement.
information.
So, do you know who lives next door?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
I'm still
Okay,
digging.
I'm pressed with
I'm
time.
digging.
They're actually giving me pressure.
Okay,
I'm still digging. They are interested in
let me just conclude.
So
Asaase,
we'll get to
Asaase
know.
Radio has also named that sitting electoral commissioner was
Next
allocated
to
the land by President Mahama, and so my point is,
Well, let's be careful about City Electoral Commission.
well, but that's what they've stated. I'm just
I
telling
didn't
you
see
what.
that.
He said that
Asaase
land was subsequently divided and sold under President John Dramani Mahama to private persons, and the state bungalow on it was completely pulled down.
But we see we
It
can.
mentions the only name they mentioned. They said Reverend
Canon, Engineer William.
Martin
Listen,
Mensah.
Samia Kujato, let me tell you this today when you live here,
Yeah.
because the land is there. We know where Asaase is. You said
They
you
said the
done
bungalow is currently occupied by Professor Ahmed Nuru Zakaria. So let's be careful.
No. Oh, don't worry.
You're
Me-
mentioning a name that's not in the Asaase statement.
No,
Okay, let's land.
I
Let's
am
land.
saying it will be so easy to check who occupies the land next door to
Okay.
Asaase.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because
Yeah, but you can say that, but don't say that Asaase has mentioned a name,
No, I'm
which
saying-
is not in the statement.
I'm saying to you on authority that Asaase has mentioned.
It's not here. It's not
Yes,
Where did
but
they mention? It's not here.
but
It's not in the statement.
I'm saying
not
no,
here.
I haven't mentioned this statement. I'm saying that Asaase too.
Okay.
They are in as part of their explanation. I mean, it's not everything that they put on the paper. They've mentioned to some of us.
Okay.
So I'm saying just verify.
Okay.
Just verify who's living next door. They've named the Electoral Commission and that the land was given to her by Joma. I'm not saying it's wrong. I mean, there's nothing because she's living there peacefully.
Okay.
But it makes the point that this
And the question is that part of what the Judicial Service has gone to court on? Because so far the work I'm doing, I haven't seen the former EC's name. Looking at the bungalows that have been listed.
yes, but you are talking about the sale of state land to individuals.
Oh,
Isn't that
so,
what you're
so you have moved away from the
Isn't that what you're
Judicial
talking
Service.
Gentlemen,
So I'm saying- Let me
Just be
conclude.
clear.
We have engaged in this sale of public land in pursuit of this policy of Accra redevelopment. And in the Accra redevelopment, they've also had a sub-policy that they call the infilling. So where the land is like 1 acre, they divide it into 4 or so and then sell it to individuals. Some of them may be politicians, some of them may be individuals. In fact, one of the people named is an individual person, Prince
Right.
Oil also.
Yeah.
So let's have a comprehensive discussion on the matter. For me, the undervaluation
This is the issue.
is the issue. And if it's
The
been
lack
under-
of due process.
well, fine. But you will see that this undervaluation and due process has been engaging party
All
after party.
governments.
Party after party.
And should it continue?
So it should not. So let's have a bipartisan discussion. Don't try and pigeonhole it into one region because then you spoil your own argument.
Okay.
And then let's look at the valuation and then let's all decide that no, this valuation cannot be justified. And if there's a way we can get the people to refund
What we've lost.
what we've lost,
All
you
right.
know, as a way of going forward on a clean
Okay.
slate.
Okay.
But Banana, shouldn't you
I have
also be
pressure.
concerned about
I have some
how-
pressure.
Oh,
to
but you
go
bring
on.
us here, you let us talk.
You should be-
You
you
won't
should-
come.
Nana, I'm sorry.
Annie, we should also be concerned
Nana, yes.
that matters have worsened now, and we should be concerned that it is still going on now with impunity.
Okay.